What's up, Gear Mortals? Trey Xavier here. I am with the one and only Jen Majura
Hi, Trey.
of Evanescence and her solo project, which is called Something on 11.
That is true, and also solo artist.
And also the solo artist known as Jen Majura.
Exactly.
The artist formerly known as Jen.
Very nice. Thank you.
Currently known as Jen Covered in Ants.
I stood in ants outside, and I have ants all over, like in my hair, and so sorry if I go like.
It's fine. We're doing the Play with Ants challenge.
I've got ants in my pants.
Yeah. Well, ants or not, we're going to attempt something that I'll say has never been attempted before. It probably has, but...
Okay, tell me what we're doing, because I have no clue what's going on.
Well, the goal today is to find out what happens when you put an octave up pedal into an octave down pedal. And we're going to see if what comes out is just...
Sounds like a natural tone, right?
Well, just what happens. I just want to see what happens.
Okay.
I don't really have like a hypothesis.
Okay.
You know, in science, you're supposed to have a hypothesis that you either prove or disprove.
Okay.
I guess what I think is going to happen is that the sound is going to go in. So we've got the sub and up from TC Electronic, and we got that set to an octave up. So that'll pitch it an octave up, and then it'll go into the POG, which we have set to an octave down.
All right.
So presumably what comes out is the same pitch that you've been playing.
So I'm using the Helix, and when I use the Helix, my favorite little thing on that device is the purple piano. I call it the purple piano.
Purple piano.
Yeah, it saved me a lot of wood, because for my first Evanescence tour, I had to bring 11 guitars just because of different tunings. And I talked to my Line 6 guys, and I was like, hey guys, I need a solution for this. Can you please help me? So they introduced me to the Helix, and it's got the little purple piano, my best friend, and it limits down. Like, I can literally change the tuning of my, not the tuning, but you know, like I can change my guitar from E to E flat without any problem. It sounds the same.
Gosh.
For me personally, I think the most extreme I go is like 3 half steps lower, and it saved my life. So I just travel with 3 guitars now instead of 11.
That's so much better.
Just because you can use the simple pitch. It's not called the purple piano, but it's called simple pitch. But it really helped a lot.
Yeah, I've used that in the Helix in my HX Stomp, I think.
Oh, you have an HX Stomp?
Yeah, and I have the LT. I've used it in there too.
Do you have an HX effect as well?
Yes.
Hey, Line 6.
I mean, I've reviewed them all.
Okay.
There's so much.
Which is your favorite?
Definitely the HX Stomp, because I'm so lazy and I don't use like a ton of effects.
Right.
So I'll just bring that little guy, and that's it.
And you're limited to like 6 blocks, right? But that's all you need. Like,
I'm not going to use more than 6 blocks. I'm not playing like shoegaze 10 delays, like a bunch of reverbs and stuff.
Sorry.
There's those ants.
Ants in my pants.
We're using the Helix right now for our amp sounds, and we're using so that the Helix has a ridiculous amount of patching. How many total loops can you have going on? 4 loops. So just in case the Helix didn't have a ridiculous amount of stuff in it already, that in case you need something, I wanted to use pedals for this just because a lot of people will buy an octave pedal. That's like a pretty common thing to have on your board. So
exactly.
I wanted to try them out. But so we're using the sort of like a rectifier sound in here. So all the amp sounds you're hearing are coming from the Helix. So let's just show them what the dry sound looks like. Play some little... Sick. That's what it sounds like just by itself.
Yeah.
So now let's see what it sounds like when we make it an octave up.
It sounds like a frog, to be honest.
It's a little bit like a frog. Loses a lot of high end. Okay. And now with the octave down.
Oh, that sounds massive.
Like a bigger frog.
It's more like a bear, or like I don't know.
Like a bear frog.
Yeah.
Like a frog bear man. Alright, let's see what the octave up sounds like on the POG.
Ouch.
Okay, that's versus the TC octave up.
It's like a frog sound. Sorry. I feel like there's like a reverse reverb going on or something. Do you feel that too? There's a latency.
There's always going to be some kind of latency. Okay, so wait, we were doing octave down on here. Now, the moment of truth. What's going to happen if we turn on the octave up into the octave down?
Right.
Will it even? What do you think? What's your?
It should even out the whole thing, but it will sound like an even out frog.
Like a nice, all that will happen, the pitch will stay the same, but it will add that frog tone.
I think so.
I agree. That's what I think is going to happen too. I think it's massively affecting the tone. Like we're hearing a ton of a loss of high end.
Yeah.
You know.
If you would have two Park 2s next to each other, that would be really interesting then.
I mean, I think it's kind of cool. Like it smooths it out a lot, but
it frogs it.
It frogs it. So we get the frogs plus the ants, but the octave. You think that the octave is going to be the same? I think it might glitch out a bit, but I guess we'll find out. You ready?
Okay.
Okay. So
let's hear the regular one.
Here we go. Play the same thing.
All right. Are you sure? There's gonna be a mistake in there.
I think that's what the glitch part is. So
can you switch it? Like do the octave up on the, okay.
Okay, so this is an octave up.
Okay, wait. Original again?
That's much closer, I think. I'm hearing mostly the main octave.
Yes. And then
but there's a little bit of something else in there.
The frog. I tell you, it's the frog.
Oh yeah, tonally it's underwater.
Completely.
Forget frog. We're down with the whales.
Okay, whale sound.
Hello, Jen. Please come to Brazil. That's you saying, we were just in Brazil. You need to read your notifications.
I went to Brazil for vacation. It was really nice.
Yeah.
And then I told the Brazilians, hey guys, I'm in Brazil. And everybody was like, no, you're not. I'm like, come on. Everybody said, come to Brazil. I am in Brazil. No, you're not. Very passionate, skeptical people.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, this is the whale now. Right?
Yeah.
But
it used to be a screaming banshee, but... How's the latency? Is there a lot?
Like this, it's horrible. It's got a lot of latency.
Yeah.
The other way around, it was not that bad, but still bad. But this is worse. Try. Right? You play, and it's the next town has the cab.
Let's see what happens if I play octaves.
Okay.
If I strum an octave.
Yeah. That's George Benson underwater. Tell me one thing. Why does it make the whole sound? It's just octaves. Why do we feel like we're underwater now?
I don't really know.
Where does it come from? Because normally...
So here's, if we bring the...
Aha.
So that's bringing in the dry signal, though.
Okay.
I mean, that's how you would probably actually use it, in general. You'd probably use a combination of the dry tone plus octaves. I mean, I don't know what you do, but like usually if I'm going for an octave sound, it's to thicken it up. It doesn't matter if the octave sound isn't as good as the original because you're just adding something into the tone. This is a stupid thing that we're doing here. This is obviously like a very extreme
experiment.
Yeah. So I guess we found out what happens. Still a little bit of that high and low octave they're still kind of in there. We can kind of hear them. The main sound that we're hearing is the original pitch. So
Right.
we've kind of gotten that back, but it sounds like we are
Frogs underwater.
50 miles underwater. That's kind of like science, and we achieved a result. I don't know if it was quite as definitive as I was hoping for, but we got something. We did the experiment. Now you know what happens when you put an octave up into an octave down, and vice versa.
Cheers to
I don't know if it's good or bad or what, but it happened. And that's all you need to know. So thanks so much for watching, guys. If you haven't already, please mash that subscribe button for more reviews and original content. Be sure to subscribe to Jen's channel. Thank you so much for hanging out. This was fun.
Thank you for having me. It was fun.
You know, where can people find you on social media?
Everywhere. Jen Majura. Type in my name. I'm everywhere.
And there you are. All right. From TGU 19. Yeah.